Well gamers, it's time for another review, and I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2 on the PC. So let's take a gander at how this game makes you essentially hate life and every other living being on the planet, but also won't let you put your controller down. For those of you who aren't in the know, Dark Souls 2 comes from a lineage of games that are really hard. This game has no difficulty setting because it's already set to insanely difficult with a light sprinkle of random players coming into your world and just ruining your day. As with previous games, Dark Souls 2 mainly focuses on gathering souls by killing enemies, trying not to lose those souls via death, and if you do die, trying to reach the place where you died so you can pick up your souls. What's the punchline? If you do die while trying to reclaim your lost souls, you lose all those souls forever, which can be a real bummer if you amassed a large amount of souls. The gameplay in Dark Souls 2 is tight, though you've got to get used to the nuances of movement. Raising your shield can take a certain amount of time. There's a slight stagger after a heavy attack, and getting up from a roll will take a second. It's these minute details that make Dark Souls 2 so much fun, yet a very infuriating experience. The enemies have a set attack, and once you battle one for the 100th time, you'll get used to their pattern. Though they do act intelligently and will attack you in your moments of weakness, like when you're drinking a potion or staggering back from a powerful swing. It's these difficult yet tight gameplay that makes the Dark Souls franchise so great. It's your fault when you die and you know that you could have done something better. I've been playing the PC version of the game, which came with a few bugs that have been fixed. For a day or two there was a startup crash screen that was a kind of a total bummer, but the developers acted quickly. So really, getting the PC version of Dark Souls 2 right now is a great time, because most of the game-crippling bugs have been patched out. And honestly, I'd recommend getting the PC version because it looks fantastic. The textures look sharp and I've been playing it with a pretty solid frame rate. Also, faster load times are great when you're playing a game where the death screen is a familiar sight. The problem I've always had with the Dark Souls games is that they've never really had an apparent story. Like, I'm sure there is one, and according to the internet it's quite good. They just don't tell you anything and leave it up for you to figure it out, which can be actually said about a lot of things in this game. The first area I went to in the game was apparently way out of my level range, and I was supposed to go to essentially the opposite direction. I played in that area for like an hour before realizing this. There are a large amount of weapons and armor for you to find, and each have their own distinct playstyle. It's another thing I really enjoy about the Souls game is that they give you a large amount of freedom when deciding what type of character you want to play. Mage? Sure. Dual-wielding blade guy? You go for it. Tank? Why the hell not? Dude who needs 2 shields and wears no armor? Hey man, that's your choice. It's a great kind of freedom that allows for a lot of legroom when exploring different kinds of playstyle. All in all, I really do enjoy Dark Souls 2. It's a fun game that's got some great graphics, great gameplay, and a story that's not all there but not necessary to enjoy the game. Just know coming in that you're going to get your butt handed to you. A lot. The difficulty is no joking matter. Prepare to get locked down by enemies and die from what seems like one attack. If you're more of a casual gamer, I definitely would not recommend getting this game. Though if you're a masochist like me and you don't mind coming back after it hits you so many times, Dark Souls 2 is the way to go. I give this game 4 stars out of 5. Kevin, signing out. Do you like video games? Do you like competitions? And do you like pie? Because you answered yes to all of these questions, which makes you perfect for our first annual Gamer Expo. Taking place in the Hawaii Convention Center on August 15th, eSports Hawaii will be hosting a number of competitions for popular games like League of Legends, Call of Duty Ghosts, and Super Smash Bros. Melee. We'll also be putting together a few panels with gaming industry veterans so you can get some knowledge with your fun. The price of admission is only $35, though you can get a whole 15% off if you act now and get in on our early bird special. Hope to see you there, gamers!